Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Amazing Spider-Man issue 2, and before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. First update is that I have Comic Uno episode 49, and that's a show where I review all the comics I've read this week in one show. So here are those comics, those exclusive comics. We got Godstorm Hercules Pain issue 2, Dexter's Lab issue 2, Harley Quinn issue 6, Uncanny X-Men issue 21, Sinestro issue 2, Nova issue 17, Daredevil issue 3, Elektra issue 2, Amazing X-Men issue 7, and All New Dupe issue 2. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 49. And also we have a big Zenescope panel going on Comic Frontline today and tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be on the panel, but it's pretty much Comic-Con meets Zenescope meets Comic Frontline, because we're having a Comic-Con type panel for Zenescope. Again, Thursday and Friday. I will be on the Friday panel, so be sure to check out both panels because we worked very hard on it. Also, don't forget to nominate your favorite YouTubers for the Geeky Awards. That will be ending Sunday, the nominations period, so that will be annotated also. But let's talk about The Amazing Spider-Man issue 2. We got Electro on the cover, probably because Spider-Man 2 came out. They're having an Electro story, which is okay. I do like Electro. Love this cover. I'm a fan of Ramos's art. I think he does a great job on The Amazing Spider-Man. I know there's other people that don't like his art, but I really do like his art for the series. So I like the cover a lot. Love the brightness. But let's see what's going on with the story. So in this issue, we do get a little bit of prelude to Silk. She seems like a normal girl, except she has no windows and she's watching a VHS. So why is she hiding from people? We don't know. But it's interesting because she also knows that Peter is Spider-Man. So I'm very excited for the Silk story. I'm really optimistic about it. So we left with the cliffhanger from last week that Anna Marie is finally going to find out that Peter was Dr. Octopus. And she doesn't really know how to cope with that, and she has to think, and she's baking, and Peter loves her baking because it's awesome baking. And Peter has to go, and Anna Marie's like, I'm going to think, I'm going to walk it off. So then we get to see a little bit of story of Electro, again, with this girl. He's getting his powers all out of whack, so he's blaming Spider-Man because of this, because whatever happened to Superior Spider-Man. So he needs to get his powers taken away, and how's this going to happen? Is he going to trust Spider-Man again? So yeah, Spider-Man actually comes up with a plan, Peter, for Parker Industries to get rid of Electro's powers, but how will that happen? Will he be able to do this and get the trust of Electro? Also, again, going back to the Anna Marie story, we get to see a little bit of Anna Marie talk to Peter, and it seems like she's going to keep a secret. I don't know what's going to happen with their relationship. It really is not defined in this issue, but you get to see at least a little bit of a friendship here, and her accept that Peter was Dr. Octopus. And that's what happens. We also get a little bit of an FF tie-in, so Peter finds out that Johnny has lost his powers, and Peter's going to help as much as possible, for Johnny, but of course that's their friendship. You want to see a little bit of them talk with each other, and that's the whole issue. It's a little bit of a generic issue, not generic, it's a little point A to point B issue. You know, nothing too shocking happened, but that was not a pun for Electro. But yeah, it's a good issue. I really had a fun time with it. I liked the Anna Marie stuff. I thought she was really reasonable about it, and I liked that. I liked she was reasonable, but also, you know, she might think of, like, where's Dr. Octopus? And I'm really excited to see when she thinks those thoughts, what's going to happen, what Peter's going to say to her, because obviously he doesn't even know what happened to Dr. Octopus. Is he dead? Or is she even going to think those things? I don't want to see a romance with them. I was really nervous. They said something in this issue. She's like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh God, no. And as a big Spider-Girl fan, I'm like, Peter and Mary Jane are not together. I don't want to have Anna Marie have, you know, technically May, you know, that would be crazy. Like, I want to see Mary Jane and Peter have a baby. Like, that would be totally against it. But then she wasn't even pregnant. But then I was like, alright, that's Anna Marie's humor. But at first I was like, oh no, I don't want her to have a baby. And that would be totally confusing. Of course, it'd be a very big twist, but I don't know if I would really like that twist as a Spider-Girl fan and a Peter and Mary Jane fan. But yeah, I thought, you know, again, that's showing her humor, showing her side, but like, I got very nervous when I saw that. I like that Electro's a villain. We haven't really seen him as a villain in a while, but it's also progressing Parker Industries story. Love the interaction between Johnny and Peter, just seeing that. But again, it's a point A to point B issue. Not much is happening, but it was a fun issue. So I'm going to give this 4 stars. I liked it. I thought it was a solid issue, and very much looking forward to other stories here. But yeah, it was a solid issue. Going to give it 4 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Unknown, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Unknown and their own situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.